So I'll edit.
Yeah,
Just
you'll clear it. Yeah. I want. Is it blurry for you?
nah, it's like completely in focus.
I want to do a Robin Thicke Blurred Lines 11 thing, but oh well.
You gotta like put your hand
Yeah, I was trying to
behind
put it
it.
like. What do you mean behind it?
Like it's like something about like you've got to focus the background behind it. So it's like,
How am I going to do that? Both my
oh,
hands.
does the computer even change focus? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. It's not. It's just static.
I don't know. Uh,
Do we keep
well,
all of this in?
that joke's ruined. Week 11 is finished. We're up to week 12. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm well, thanks, Bradley. So I guess we are keeping this in. I am really well, coming off a W. First and foremost, I want to do a big shout out to Dougal for not dogging me on the last day and
Oh,
picking up a kicker when he could have, because Lord knows I was thinking about it when I was behind, but
yeah.
but he
And
didn't.
then the
And he
Kelsey
and he
happened.
really, and then the couch came in, but yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, shout outs to you, Dougal. Just off the top, I think you deserve it.
So he's a man of integrity, but not a man of winning. I
No.
guess what you stand for matters a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Better respect than that. So good work, Dougal. um,
You've earned it,
talking
fella.
about talking about last week, Josh. How about we roll into the week that was, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me bring this bad boy up on the computer screen and find a way
In
not to
front of my
fuck it up
eyes.
this week. All right, here we go.
We're on. This is a good start.
This is a really good start. All right,
This is week
let's
12, though. It's week 12, though.
let's ah, ah, I fucking hate this thing.
There was there.
No one here, you don't do it anymore.
It's too many buttons to click.
Me and my fancy mouse, it just can't keep up.
We're in the top two. I like this. So if we start from the bottom, we'll finish with us. This is good.
Absolutely. Let's click down and you wanted oh look at this grudge match. I
This
think this
this
has
was
been a bit more quiet than you probably would have anticipated, but Marsh getting the W over his best mate, the love of his life, Riley Sergiovanni. It is crazy to see that Marshall was able to pull this off.
yes, the Team Rocket boss was not able to get the dub. We spoke about him highly just based off the big names on his team. And look, Johnny Taylor, he got a touchdown, but that's not the sort of score you want from the big man. CD Lamb really fell crashing down, even though they had a monster game. It was all in the running, like the running backs took the piss.
Yeah,
So
no one
that's
could compete with Tony Pollard. Like you might as well feed him. He was hungry.
oh, what a beast. Yeah, so that rules out Schulte as well. And then yeah, the Black Cup, happy with that, getting a tutty with how bad the Rams are. You take that every day of the week. And then look, this move, I didn't make any comment on it when it happened, but he got rid of Algier for Montgomery, and now that Khalil Herbert's injured, this is fucking just played up perfectly for Riz. He
Yeah,
loses Cup and then gets another flex starter to just chuck right in there. So he is sitting pretty. Unlucky that he didn't get the win this week, but he's still up there in the mix. And then if you look at Marsh's team, geez, there's some strange names there, like Darius Slayton getting a start, and he's still like that's an okay game for a guy you picked up on the day
yeah.
before. Going fuck, please give me something.
10 targets, 5 receptions, you'll take that. And I think like some of the tail of the tape here is you'd be spewing if you were. I don't really know how this has worked out, but count out the tutties like I guess four touchdown throws for two ends. So take that, give that a
Three
wash.
touchdown throws, pretty much.
Yeah. JT with one touchdown,
So four,
Robinson with one, Montgomery with one, and then you get nothing from your defense.
four kicker, yeah, shocking day.
Versus Marsh's one,
So much one,
two,
two, two
two,
touchdowns,
just
and the
two
10.
touchdowns. And 10 from the defense because they had 6 sacks in a game that was scored 3-10.
Well, it literally
So
went down to the last place, so they didn't lose points for it because it was a special teams fuck up. But oh yeah,
damn,
just a
that's crazy.
big yardage game from Marsh's boys. What did who's his quarterback? I wanted to see that. Oh,
He
Matt
went with
Ryan.
Matty Ryan.
Yuck, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate. So yeah, he'll be very happy to claim the W and just give him the bragging rights for till next year.
yeah,
Can't run it well.
definitely. I'd love to hear how this went down because I'm sure they will probably texting each other all Monday and possibly into Tuesday just about this. So let us know in the comments how Riz took it and if he took it like a gentleman. Better yet, if he kicked up a stink, I'd love to hear that more.
Hmm. Talking about stink, Josh.
Oh, this is a stinker and a half, isn't it?
Absolute stinker, and it came down to the Tuesday as well. With I think they had Caffrey versus Rondell Moore in the last game, but uh, they both said it. I think in the chat, like they were both saying, "Fuck, I don't deserve to win this. This has been horrible." And yeah, with Rondell Moore doing very little, then getting hurt, kind of
Yeah.
just put the nail in the coffin for Tommy. Like
Yeah.
54, and he still had a chance to win on the last day. You'd probably be just like thank fuck because that's not normally what you get. And then Robbo's just probably counting his counting. I don't know the saying. I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of it
Counting
in my
his
head.
lucky charms because
Counting his lucky.
he improves to I assume this is right now, seven and
Yeah,
four, right?
that's
Which
correct.
breaks the tie that he would have had with Tom here. So that is crazy. Well done, Robbo. I guess like sometimes you just gotta limp over the line.
Mm.
That's all that happens. JJ with a really fucking disappointing game. I mean, they were nowhere to be seen against that Dallas team. And we
No.
talked about Tony just a second ago, but that's crazy. Hopefully that's not too much of a cause for concern, but he is very much Minnesota stacked. So having the -4 for the 40 points allowed, I mean, that's probably the lowest score for a defense this
Yeah,
year, right? Like it has to
yeah,
be.
-4. Yeah,
I mean, what else can you do? And like to come out with a win, wow. Robbo is just skyrocketing up the ladder here as well. He's jumped into second. You can kind of see in this background here, which is amazing. He's got the calf. He's still got the Roger problem. So maybe
one more week till Deshaun's back. So
yeah.
I
Is
can't
he
wait for
still
the
there?
switch to happen and
Yeah, there
Deshaun
he
to still
is.
be disappointing.
Yeah, yeah. In that run offense that they've got in
Yeah,
Cleveland.
exactly.
Well, if he was, unfortunately, the great man can't join us today. We had to switch the schedule up, but I can't wait for him to tell us all
Just
about it.
before you clear out, Josh, just scroll down to the bench. What's got a stink for Tommy? If you look at the last player on his pine. Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
I mean,
You wouldn't have picked it
it,
because Keenan and
it's the
Mike were
right
back, but
move, right? It's
fuck.
the right move, but yeah, I mean, Jesse Herb was a little bit on fire, and Tom's probably spewing because that was his boy up until what last round, and he
Yeah.
dropped him for some reason onto the waiver, and I picked him up. But we'll talk more about that
So yeah,
later.
you lost Herbert and you didn't get the points with Palmer. Just double negative for Tommy. Unlucky.
And now what do you do, right? Like, do you keep Palmer around just in hopes that he still stays relevant, or do you reckon that that's going to go? Now that is it, it's
Well,
Williams and Allen back, right?
Mike Williams hurt him. He hurt his ankle again first catch. Like he went up, caught the ball on the sideline, like fucking huge catch, and ankle no good. So I probably held
Yeah,
on to him.
yeah, yeah. You can be that W. What is it? WR3. Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I'm thinking. Oh, I'm actually not feeling the best. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
tell.
like it's late. We're early.
Yeah,
It's a whole bunch of
we're a
stuff, but
day early. Yeah,
we're
it's
still
all
here.
fine.
We're still here.
I was actually like, this is a little bit more behind the curtain. I had completely forgot to put my waivers in this week. Not that I don't think I was going to do anything, but when that came up today, I was like, oh wow,
Yeah,
I'm totally out of sync with the league this week. It doesn't matter when you get the W, but
it doesn't. It doesn't.
no.
Now, this game ended up being a lot closer purely because of old Jimmy G Man, like putting up a 25. That's got to be his best score of the year. I don't think
Yeah,
he would have
Mr.
gone.
Mexico himself. He
Yeah,
went there and he delivered in that all pink suit that he rocked up in. And
that's 4 touchdowns. Love that.
yeah, yeah, he was cooking. Fortunately, it just wasn't enough for Pat. It was looking really good,
Mm,
and he'll probably rue some of these points. I think he's already dropped likely for a
yeah,
new
gone.
tight end.
He gone.
And we know that that is probably it is yeah, definitely the thinnest position that we've got in
Yes.
terms of trying to stretch 16 tight ends across. I read an awesome stat today
Oh, here we go.
or the other day that the gap between Mark Andrews, who's tight end two, and Travis Kelce, who's tight end one, is the same that's between Mark Andrews and Greg Dulcich, who's tight end 33. So that's like the same points gap
Holy
in
fuck.
terms of Like Travis Kelce should be wide receiver one. That's what he should be. But he can just block. That's what he can also do.
He's
So
just massive.
yeah.
That's
Going back to this game, I mean, Zave just very happy to be back on top of the ladder. Very sad that he's probably going to get bullied. So we'll drop the number of Lifeline into the comments as well, just in case things go a little bit too far. If he wants to call the ambulance, and I'm sure Pat can pull a gun on one of us as well if he
there
really
we go.
wants to.
Yeah, get them all
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, just gonna have some cop bashing and everything. And I bring Pat up. It's the only time it's safe.
Perfect. It's perfect time to do it. Look, Dave, great pickups during the week. He picked up the tight end and Peoples Jones, and they performed admirably for him. And then the kicker having a nice day as well. This was a week of kickers, which we'll see in some of the teams. There's a couple of big scores from kickers. Yeah, like we can you see Kamara doesn't do anything unless he's playing me. But I touched onto it a little bit before to break the fourth wall before the pod, Josh. But Lamar, he's the marvelous man, hasn't been all that since he had those couple of bergs.
Yeah, let's
What
have
is
a
it?
look.
There we go. Since week, that's really not what you want out of your quarterback. He says 6 on the year, but that's a fake number because it's inflated from those first 3 games. Geez, if you want more out of him, they've passed their bye, and you would have thought, oh, we've got a week off. Let's try to reset, get the game plan going, know how we want to do it, and just wasn't there. Like,
Yeah,
you can see they've
and
got great matchups. Like, none
yeah,
of those
and
defenses you're scared of.
yeah, Jacksonville, yeah, they're kind of nothing. Denver has been a little bit stingy, but at the same time, like they are Denver, that's a game you should still win.
Mm.
Pittsburgh, hopefully he'll find some form, but those are the 3 games. I mean, there's no 3 rounds left before we hit playoffs, and
Yes.
I haven't run the numbers, but you would think that Zave would make his way into the top 4. So coming up against Cleveland, who is not that enticing, and Atlanta might be a little bit better, but yeah, you are right in the sense that he should be a little bit better.
He should be a lot better.
Yeah, underperforming interceptions. Probably not. Would you say he's probably not carrying as much? What's that?
I mean, if you're getting like that double-digit carries as a quarterback, you'd be happy with that. It's just because they haven't got
Yeah,
any
there you
playmakers
go.
to catch the ball. Like, it's a lot easier than playing against a run for the Ravens. Like, their wide receivers, like, you're not scared of any receiver that's not named Mark Andrews, and he's been battling injuries. So
Yeah,
until they can get some health back in their receivers, or like someone can step up, like, it's going to be a lot harder for Lamar to do his thing, I think.
yeah.
But yeah,
I tend to agree. And then really, really poor performance for
come
James
on, Jimmy.
Robinson.
Come on, Jimmy Love.
What was the Snapchat? Like, why is it so low?
Because the Jets fucking suck. Like, we know, we saw it during the week. Zach Wilson, not good at his job and very good at throwing his team under the bus. So he's probably not going to be the quarterback there. So hopefully that'll bring some like a spark, I want to say, to the offense. But
Absolutely no remorse shown by young Zach either, which is not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. Pap continues just like with this New England defense, just
beautiful,
doing crazy things. Like
beautiful.
Off the bye into a 17.
41 points in the last 2 games they've had him. So beautiful.
Yeah. Well, bad luck, Paddy. He's really started to turn things around. I don't know. I think these guys also got off pretty easy. Like, I mean, this is.
Yeah.
I mean, for Pat,
top
3
top
buys.
Players.
Yeah.
3 starters for Pat as well.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one. I've changed this in the background. I saw that.
Again. It's happened, Josh. It's come to an end. The big streak, the big fella. We believe no more.
We no longer believe. It has all come tumbling down. Poor I think Marty said it best when he said "suck shit, you pretender" in the chat to Cody, which we love. But yeah, unfortunately, the We Believe team suffers a big L at the hands of everyone's international man of mystery and Marty.
Which we're speaking of Marty, should have been on here, but he's a busy man, still working to make a living over there. So we'll try to.
We did try. We did try.
Yeah, But you look at Kobe's team just a second, like all these fucking best players are on bye. So to put up a, what is it, 83 or 80, whatever he had,
Yeah,
83,
83.
very respectable. Does help when Dallas, as we said, just destroyed Minnesota.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you look at his bench players, they're all starters. And yeah, to put up 83, you'd be happy. And it did come down to that last day. We're like, oh, look, George Kittle's got to do it, and he's a tight end, and fuck, Niners don't throw enough, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Was
Two,
there something
two,
like I watched like all the preamble to that, but was it like George Kittle's birthday or something? It's like all of the pre-show entertainment was just like a focus on George Kittle.
See, that makes sense. If it was his birthday, it makes sense that he had
Yeah.
the two daddies.
And it's one of those things where like I had it on, I was not listening to it, but they were like just interviewing him relentlessly.
George.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it must be a big day for George.
Yeah,
Maybe he's big
well,
in Mexico or something. I don't know.
the Nacho Libre on tap.
Yeah, he was running around with a mask on for a while.
Yeah, massive day from Kittle. Easily got Marty the dub. As we said, Zach Wilson no good, so I don't expect him to stay on Marty's team for long. But yeah, the most
You'd
ridiculed
assume
pick of
he's
the
already
draft.
gone, right?
Yeah, you would.
He'd be gone. He's got Lawrence. He was
Yeah.
just trying to survive the bye.
Yeah, the most ridiculed pick of the draft, Derrick Henry at number 2. Turns out it doesn't matter that he came off foot surgery. It doesn't matter that CMC went 3 because Derrick Henry just gets all the ball and all the touchdowns in Tennessee. He's number 1
Yeah,
running back on the year. So great pick by Marty. We
yeah,
don't know anything. We just pretend to know. So this is why we
yeah,
wanted you on to tell us your thinking.
yeah. Honestly, I could learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, Marty. I think Marty could probably change his name to We Believe because I think Marty's starting to shake a
Big
few
alpha
feathers
move.
here. Yeah, absolutely. Now, Jack and Josh, I think I said it last week, but I just don't know how Josh continues to be so unlucky. I went through this week and I'll show you in the spreadsheet before, but I went through this week and archived all of our team of the weeks just to see what's what. And Josh Jack got team of the week first week, and I think he also had the bet because for the top scorer.
He did.
And he has not come anywhere close to that since, which has been, I don't know, brutal. I guess like leaving Watson on your bench after he was the number one waiver wire pickup and looked to the lead
Same
the
thing.
Green Bay receiver, but
Mm.
at the same time, like, yeah, I mean that would have made a big difference. It looks like,
Would
but
have been the win, yeah. Like you
yeah,
put him in with DJ Moore, and that's a dub right there.
yeah, and DJ Moore just hasn't looked like anything this year, has he?
No, he
Oh,
had
do
that
we
one
dare?
game. He had that one game. Yeah, like the against Atlanta.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he's a bit like I kind of put him in the same boat as like Terry McLaurin. Like the name's sexy, but the stats sometimes just aren't there.
Yeah, sometimes they're just out there running and jumping.
Just out there running and jumping. Your old man, old fave Vince Carter, running out
Yeah,
there and jumping around.
yeah.
But yeah, you look at his team. Saquon Barkley, 15 carries against Detroit. You're going, fuck yeah, absolutely shut down. TJ Hawkinson still finding his way, but 9 targets. Happy, just wasn't his week. And then Brian
That's
Robinson.
looking good. Like I saw a bit of that game, and they're looking for him
Oh
in
yeah,
the drive the one meaningful drive that Lamar did. Like
Kirk.
they just couldn't convert in the red zone for him.
Yeah,
But yeah, and Robinson's sort of coming good. I don't know what that situation is. It seems like each week he could be either him or Gibson, which is crazy to think because like we touched on at the start. Gibson looked like nothing at the start of the season, had to take the role because Robinson got shot,
yeah,
and Robinson hasn't really lived up to his potential just yet. But,
yeah.
each week, I think you could kind of have to play him because he could explode.
Yeah, I kind of, if you kind of want to like put it in that same situation as like Dallas is, like they've got 2 good running backs when they use properly. So yeah, Robinson's going to be that early down guy to get the bulk of the carries and the goal line stuff, and then Gibson's in there for a change of pace and receiving work. Turns out that when you get the fast guy and you don't just put him straight in the middle and get him out in space, he's pretty good.
Mm.
But yeah, look, Jack's team, Devonta Adams, that last touchdown, he put it in the chat. Fucking hell.
Yeah, crazy.
He's been on fire, I think, the last couple of weeks, Devontae.
Look,
Bit stiff. He's yeah, look at that.
yeah,
Jesus. Jesus. Bit stiff that his old mate Hendo just got dropped. Not from his team, from the real life Rams. Don't know what
Yeah,
for.
crazy. How did they hold on to Akers for so long and then now just drop Henderson?
Yeah,
Like, fucking crazy.
crazy. Yeah, his super Raider stack continues to bring him the benefits. Although he did drop Derek
He
Carr, which
dropped Carr.
probably could have kept him for this one, would have been good. But you can see, I think he was just trying to get the Arizona play because they were the late game. That's what he just held out for because Kyler
Yeah,
was
he's
had that
still just trying
questionable
to
thing the
cover
whole week.
Kyler, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't play again.
And yeah, Jack did enough to get the dub, and that's all it's about. So well done, Jack.
Yeah, you'll be happy with that, especially scrambling to cover someone like Kyler. Josh, you downward slide. I don't know what's going on, man. I hope you're well.
I'm pretty sure he's 3-1 at some point. Now he's 3-8.
Oh, maybe he's logged off.
Yeah, wouldn't blame him.
This is just another stinker of a matchup. Like, what has been this round? Like, scroll down. We'll check the buys. Geno Smith, maybe. Stu didn't play.
Well,
Mike
he's got
Evans,
Josh Allen, so he's not playing Geno.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound,
he's holding.
He's
holding it for stock, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The podcast quarterback, Darling Kirk Cousins, you can't even blame him because they lost the left tackle in like the first quarter, and then from then on, he was like he snapped the ball, and Michael Parsons was right in his face. So can't even
times did he
blame.
get sacked? It was like a crazy amount of times, right? 7. Yeah.
That's
there you go.
Lot.
Yeah. And then did they bench him? Yeah, they did bench him. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you? You're down fucking 37 points. There's no point being out there. Yeah, Tony Pollard, as we said, what a man. Like, I don't know how many yards per carry that is. It's fucking a lot, I'll tell you that much. Is it 6? 6, something? I don't know, close to 6.
Well,
no, 6 would be 90.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, 5 point something. So yeah, a lot. And then his 2 reception touchdowns were just bombs down the sideline, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm faster than everybody." So
yeah,
huge game from him. Deebo Samuel, lovely game. You take double digits every day from a receiver. Cole Kmet, he should get more points for that fucking catch he had. It was unbelievable, and he caught it up here, and then without even before he even could bring it in, just got crunched in the ribs and still had onto it. So should be more than 3.5 for that.
Style points.
Yeah, style points. Absolutely. Like we said last week, Ryan with the selection issues on his team, just with how many names he's got. Opted to play Van Jefferson, which I get you want to try to reach because Cooper Kupp's not there, but ended up being Najee's best game of the year on his pine, which I'm sure he'll now somehow find a way to force in his lineup, and he'll go back to being shit. So that'll be good to watch.
Yeah, that's actually going to be. It's going to be some mad benching. So I assume Jefferson goes to the bench, right? Like, but who else goes? Like,
well, that's the thing. Like, you can't bench Tony Pollard with how good he's been. You can't bench Deebo Samuel, and he's got 3 players to put in 2 spots. So, or 4 players to put in 2 spots with Connor as well.
I think Evans stays in the bench.
I think what Robert said last week as well. I'd look if I was him to bundle 2 of them up to just get one of the A-tier superstars, and just go, yeah, I'm rocking with us. Let's go, because he's in a good spot now. What's his record? I think it's 7-4, isn't it? Yeah, he's in a real good spot. So I'd look to take advantage of that and try and get something because
maybe get yourself a quarterback.
someone down the bottom who doesn't want to be in the HNT. I'm sure they would take 2 of those 5 or 6 players to even it out.
Yeah, it's just in terms of Billy's side. Josh Allen just hasn't looked great with that elbow injury. Yeah, you hate to see him only throw 1 tutty. That's crazy by his standards. Bubbles wasn't there at all. Mike Williams just out after his first catch, like we kind of said before.
It was mega.
He looked good too. He looked so good. It just pulled it down, but I just like not a lot of volume through all of this. I think the double digits number is always just a good rule of thumb. Like, how many tutties did you get, and how many people had double digits?
Yeah.
This guy's just going bananas. Sure.
Massive kicker week.
Yeah.
350 pluses, so that's 15 points right there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's so sick. and then to a -2 on the other side of the
So
ledger.
24
-2,
point difference right
-4.
there.
Yeah, like this is the opposite of what we've been seeing lately in terms
No
of the
good.
-2 and the -4. But still enough
Still got
for
the
Tick to
dub.
get the win. Yeah.
Huge, huge
Yeah.
GG's to run.
Speaking of dubs, walk us through your one because you've come up big. You have the bet this week as well. That's correct,
Yeah, I
right?
did. I did have the bet, and thank goodness the bet I put in this morning. Robbo was working. I put a message in the chat, and he didn't get the first two NBA legs on, which thank fuck, because I thought the Sixers Nets games, like Sixers were missing their three best players, and Nets got
Yeah.
Curry back with KD. I'm like, yeah, fuck, shoe in, book them in. Sixers got a dub, so
They
thank
got
fuck
done
that's
by
not in.
12. Yeah.
Thank fuck that's not in the bet. We still live on. But yeah, look, the only thing I was really worried about with Clem's team was how much Fields is going to run around and just
hmm
destroy Atlanta. And I think he had like 70 of his rushing yards in the first half, which was beautiful for me because he did nothing after halftime, and he even got banged up. So once I saw that he was on 21, I was like, yeah. But before all that happened, if you just want to scroll down, Jay, so geez, talk about the boys doing heavy lifting down the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the unexpected as well, like the mass bass giving Clem the full bass to mouth experience, and the Baltimore defense just doing wonders for me. So 40 points from the two lowest scoring positions on the team, other than tight end. Beautiful. Jamal getting 3 tutties, which were all pretty much like 5 yards or under rushing
Yeah.
touchdowns.
That was
Beautiful.
crazy to watch as well. I was at home on Monday, so I was watching Red Zone all day, but like just seemed like they were feeding Swifty for him to do all the hard yards, and then
Yeah.
Jamal would just come in and
Yeah.
vulture the tutty just at the very end, which is
Love it. I love
I
it.
mean, I love to see it when it's not me.
Yeah. So he's a boy, and then yeah,
He was on the
Hertzy.
bench.
It
Nothing.
Earth and Mets, yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
2 guys are rubbed out. Oh no, all 3 blokes are missing because they're injured, I think. So yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, had the best lineup I possibly could have. Plem's bench wouldn't have made any difference. But yeah, always good to get a win against the best team in the league. Especially with the league winner, which I made a little slide to get with the kicker.
Yeah, which is
Um,
great.
just to let him know, and
Yeah.
then yeah, boy Hertzy always getting those 20+ scores, never can fault him. Yeah, it was a good week, getting the first 100+ score. Very happy this week.
Yeah, I think I came on the pod last week and I made a big statement that Fields would have a down week. Didn't really look like he did do that, but it was enough
That's a
for
down
Brad to
week
get
for
the
him.
win. Yeah. So yeah, I mean good win. Hayden just I think you'd be pretty filthy with like some of these results, I guess. Like AJ Brown just getting 3, like one fumble loss, like that stuff hurts.
Thanks.
Yeah, Higby just like tight end again. Like
Yeah.
let's not even talk about it from here. Oh, actually, let's talk about it when we talk to the next matchup. But
Yeah.
yeah, just what is it like? No tutties from receivers or
No
running
tutties.
backs.
Well, Pacheco, he looked really good, which is probably one bright
Yeah,
spot you can look forward to with Clem's team. He's definitely taken over and he runs hard. It does help that they're playing one of the worst rush defenses in the league, but yeah, he looks to be a good piece. And then, like you said, no touchdowns from anyone doesn't help at all.
yeah. Speaking of touchdowns, let's talk. I was spewing. I mean, mine came
Yeah,
into the last game on the Monday, watching the couch go to absolute work in terms of his 3 running touchdowns, which
that was
had me going crazy on the couch at home. Um, and yeah, I touched on it at the top of it. For me and Dougal, we had the gentleman's agreement not to play kickers because we both had our preferred kickers on the bench this week, which
that's
I
massive.
yeah, again, I was looking at it being like, if Travis Kelce doesn't do something, like
Not
I
gonna
think
get
he
one.
had 2 touchdowns. I was like, I'm gonna pick up one. I might even pick up both, so he can't pick one up, and then see what happens. And then when I got ahead, I was like,
Remember that gentleman's agreement we
maybe, yeah,
had?
I was like, maybe I still pick up both because like I don't know this guy at all. Like he
Yeah,
could do
he
whatever
could
he
just
wants.
turn the table on you real quick. But yeah,
Yeah, and I think
I,
Jack bumped it in the chat, and I was like, "Well, fuck, okay, he's sweet. If he said he's not going to do it, I'm not going to do it either." But I think just waking up to the 19 from the Washington defense was just
damn it.
insurmountable compared to like what I knew my team could achieve, and watching Jonesy just not really look his usual self. Like despite like these are pretty good stats in terms of touches, just
Yeah,
only
19
one of
opportunities.
the 2 point conversions, which is crazy to think that they're giving that to him. But I think we saw all of the points went to Watson, who was on Josh's bench.
Yeah,
McLaurin again, he's kind of boom or bust. This week was a bit more of a down week. That Washington offense is crazy.
it is.
Yeah,
No fun
I
in that.
just felt good. Just felt good to get a win. Good consistent scores. T. Higgins was the go-to man
What a
for
boy.
the Bengals. Just not in the end zone, but Samar J.P. Ryan, he can have those apparently.
Have them all.
One of the most irrelevant people you could hear.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have read the benefits of that unless you're in like a
20
10-person
team league.
league with
Yeah.
like 15 starting roster spots. Like no one would have reaped that. So
No.
enjoy it. Love it.
And the dream is over for Dougal as Kyle Pitts is now out for the season with I think what was confirmed as an MCL.
Oh mate, this is one of the most like this. The Juju hit last week, and then this hit. Like it was some like shoulder right on the knee.
Yeah.
It looked this. I nearly threw like Clem would have loved to watch this. He loves knee injuries, but
Oh,
I
Clem's
nearly,
fucking sicko.
I nearly threw up. Like his knee just goes boink.
Yeah, and I that really does suck for young Dougal.
Hmm.
Kyle, we really wanted the world for him. It didn't quite turn
Well,
out this year.
that's your ex, isn't it?
My ex, yes, my
Yeah.
ex. I again like if you don't have Travis Kelce or even Mark Andrews had a pretty down year this year.
Yeah, if you don't have
Tight
Travis
ends,
Kelce, you got nothing.
it's a wash. You might as well just play the waiver wire at this stage. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think very happy to get this W. Very excited to move into next week.
Yeah,
So
it's always good rolling forward, coming off a win. You're
yeah,
optimistic about everything before you realise that
especially coming
you
off of a few buys as well when you know you're actually at more of a full strength squad.
yes.
It just feels really good, and I think I've got buys coming up as well. But
I think
let's
I've passed
start.
on mine, which is good.
Yeah, Green Bay's just a really late one, I think.
There's
To be
Green
really
Bay,
honest,
there's Washington, there's Carolina, and there's Indy. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yeah, I got Washington still as well. But moving into week 12, I am gonna start our tipping as well on the side. So don't mind me as I do that. But we've got
I'm tipping Riz.
you going straight into Riz.
Well, you look at the team. I'm tipping Riz. That's about as much explanation needed. Quarterback win, running back Nick Chubb wins that.
Yeah,
Wide receiver CD wins that. Tight end whatever.
yeah, who cares?
Flex Riz wins that. Second flex Riz wins that. Kicker. It's just a toss up of those two
Kind of a
positions.
wash
Defense,
there,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, look, Tom, the momentum, the vibes, everything is really
Vibe is
down,
off.
really, really low in the Steam Hams facility, and over in CDs, TDs featuring JT, it's all about going up. The arrow is just
This
forwards and
is
then
one of
upwards.
the highest like projections that we've
Yeah.
seen
Other
in
than
a
like week one
while.
when everyone was supposed to be good, yeah, I think
Yeah.
anything. I don't think we've gone much over 90 since the early week. So this is a massive, as we said, the big names on his team, massive, massive projection from Riz. Even with a low quarterback projection, like you think Joe Burrow would be getting 20s on the
Yeah.
projections based off what some of the others get. But yeah, Riz's team, as we said, big names. It's too hard to say no, that team's going to lose this week because I think everybody would happily take his team based on the players he's got.
Yeah, and I think something that's not on the sleeper app itself, but our tipping competition, it's probably worth to note that me and you are leading the way. I'm on 49 and you're on
It's important to
46.
note that I'm winning.
But it's important to note because you've just outlined how Tom cannot possibly win. And so for that reason, I'm going to tip Riz as well. So I'm not going to zag, not
No,
just yet,
can't
but
zag that.
yeah,
I'll give you that. We'll swap tips first. So you're gonna first crack at this one, and we'll just keep swapping back. Snake it.
well, Yeah, so that's an awesome idea, and I don't like the look of this matchup, mainly because I think every week I've come in and I've talked shit about Marshall's team, and it's looking like, I mean,
Good
projections were
week.
down for anyway, but it might be a good week for Marshall. He's coming off a win. He just beat his life partner in Riz,
Hmm.
so maybe keep the momentum rolling. Like, will Devin Singletary be able to score another touchdown? I don't know. How bad is Josh Allen going to continue to be? Is he going to keep handing them off, or is he going to start finding the end zone with his arms? Um, for that sort of reason, and we've kind of talked about Lamar just being in a real down patch and projecting towards the Jacksonville sort of matchup. I don't see too much on Zave's side that I like as much. Donovan Peoples-Jones is like a weird
He's
fantasy
frisky.
darling at the
He's
moment.
frisky. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of, I think there was some weird stat that I saw floating around that he had.
So many targets and catches without a touchdown, and he finally
Yeah,
got one.
yeah, like something he was the only receiver with over consistently over 60 yards
Yeah, yeah.
receiving.
6 weeks in
50
a row.
yards, it must be. Yeah,
Oh, 5 weeks in a row.
yeah, but
That
only
was
finding
so.
the end zone
Yeah.
once.
Good on him.
And yeah, good on him. What does that mean for anything? Probably nothing.
Probably nothing. Exactly. Although, little
Ah,
tidbit, if you look at Zave's bench, um, could be sneaky Jamar comeback game. Still very
really?
shaky. Yeah, very, very shaky. He's been activated off the, well, he wasn't put on IR, so he's just been
Yeah.
practicing again. But like, do you risk starting him? Because you never want to play the bloke first week off a like he got injured in his
Yeah.
hip, so that's a high mobility sort of area, which he would like with his body, the way he twists and turns, the way he can explode. Do you want to sit him just to kind of wait and see? Yep, he's still got it, or do you risk it and say, look, he's Jamar Chase, I got to play him,
Yeah. So
sort of
what's the
thing.
option? I guess DPJ sits,
Yeah,
right?
or Mooney, yeah, either
Or
one of
Mooney.
them.
Well, I mean, I'd sit Mooney. Um,
Yeah, gets the Jets sauce, can't go sauce.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
who you tipping, Josh.
I'm gonna continue. I can't do it yet, so I'm gonna go Zave.
Sorry, Marsh.
I can't.
So
I
much
just
positive
can't.
talk, and then
I just.
give me Marsh then. I'll,
I'll give you that one. I've picked first, and somehow I've zagged.
yeah, look, that sums it up. That's good. That's good.
All right, Marty and Robbo, two guests that could have been for this pod, but this is looking like another hot one. I think we were talking about before. Robbo's snuck all the way up in second,
Yeah,
second maybe third place, and
second.
Marty's sitting really comfortably on 6-5, really shaking it up. Um, this is gonna be a battle of the running backs. It looks like in terms of the calf and Derrick
100%.
Henry.
Like, everything else in the team is like, I guess I forgot about JJ because he was so bad
I
last
was gonna
week.
say, yeah. I mean, JJ can't play that bad. He can't play that
No,
bad 2 games in a row, right?
no, they're at home. I don't think, or the 12:20 is a late game, and Kirk Cousins is renowned for being terrible for the headline games, like the Monday night, the Sunday
The
night
Thursday
football
night.
games. Yeah, anytime that's like prime time television, you're the only game that's on. Kirk shits the bed. And that's the Thursday game, is it? Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah.
So iffy on that one. But if he goes to anyone, it's going to be Jeffer. Um, and then yeah, Pity also having a bit of a turnaround with Matty Ryan again back as the quarterback. It's stiff to pick this one because he's got most at back, even though he's been supplanted. We know that Miami with their coach, they're great at running. They're a good offense. They're going to put up 30 plus almost every time. And then yeah, Derrick Henry, the monster that he is, as I said before, unstoppable really.
Yeah.
It's just like you almost don't have to worry about the quarterback because they're both so bad. Um, and then the difference, I think, it's just if Jeffer can get up, that'll be what'll do it for Robbo. But as I said, I can't really trust Kirk, even though he's the darling. I can't trust him. So I'm
No, he's
gonna
not my darling. I've made
no,
that quite clear.
I'm gonna roll with the big fella Derek and tip Marty.
Marty, I'm gonna zag and go Robbo on this one. I want to believe in Marty's team. I think he's got one of the most fun lineups that we've got in terms of feeding Henry, Boyd, not so much. Kittle was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Also the other side of that Miami run offense could be really fun as well. And Trevor Lawrence, like if he pulls it together, like he could
He's got all the
be,
tools. Yeah.
yeah, it could be something. Maybe it's something about that offense there, and it's much easier to root for him than it is Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, this week I think it's gonna be Robbo. Let's move through into a battle of two blokes coming off some L's to put it lightly for JJ.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see what Paddy can pull up. I mean, we're very unlucky not to get the win last week.
Yeah.
Probably looking at a more healthy team, and I think he survived some of the byes last week as well. So I'd be expecting Pat to kind of bounce back for this one.
Yeah. This is a battle of almost the unlucky blokes because Pat's got a better record. Yeah. He's had some stiff losses though, and as you said before, Josh is the king of unluckiness. 3-8 on the year, but he's been in so many games, or you would have thought he would have won more just with who he's got. Look,
those top two spots,
yeah, I'm gonna back Josh to come back this week and shake those bad luck off. He's gonna walk under a double rainbow and find 2 pots of gold and get a W this week. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna tip Pat. I want to believe in the upside. I loved what Jimmy G was able to do over in Mexico.
Yes.
Hopefully he can keep that going. And Tyreek Hill coming off. They're coming off the bye against Houston, so that could be just a massive day out for them.
Yes.
But it also could be nothing. So we'll ride with Pat, and we'll see how it goes, and hopefully he can pull that out for us.
Here we go. Now, Josh, Kobe, we did say his reign has come to an end. Look, it's tough. He held the number 1 place for all of 7 days. I'm sure he enjoyed it up there. He's still got the top record, but as we have alluded to throughout the whole year, his points for is doing nothing. He gets his boys back. Jeff, who looks like the beast now in Miami, only needs 3 weeks, and he's getting the bulk of the work and all the tutties from the running backs. Who else has he got that was on bye? Oh, Lenny's back. Don't know if he plays him, and Metcalf. Yeah, look, good players that you think would to be able to do enough. It's just hard. I see Josh Allen. You see the amount of work that he's put in. He's playing Detroit in a dome. He played there on Monday as well. But Detroit's
still not that good.
Yeah, still not that good. But Detroit's not the same defense that it was Cleveland, wasn't it?
Browns,
not the same defense that Cleveland is. So if this is going to be the week, if he's going to be returning back to any form, this is going to be the week that starts it off, I think. And a healthy, dominant Josh Allen is arguably the best player in fantasy, and that's what I'm gonna roll with here, Josh. I'm going to tip Billy.
Tip Billy? Oh, this one I still don't believe in Dak. I don't know. Maybe it's something about the Cowboys and just watching Tony Pollard go after it. Like, why would you want to put the ball in anyone else's hands? Yeah.
Lat Murray, not bad to have though now.
Yeah,
Denver, he's still going to be the starting running back by far.
I mean, yeah, I think that just counts for a lot these days, is just being able to get that starting running back no matter what offense they're on. And we know the Denver offense fucking sucks, but maybe that's the throwing offense and not the running offense.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think I'll back Kobe in. I don't think I backed him in last week. I think I'm ready to believe again. I also think that it would be really good for. Oh, hold on. Someone's knocking.
Knocking?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just.
Oh my God. Mid-pod. Holy shit, this is going to be a first. This is revolutionary. As we're talking about him too. This couldn't be any better.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Why is my screen working?
I don't know, man. Welcome to the floor. We're
Here
live.
he is.
We're hot. Hello.
Jeez, look at him.
Great man.
Oh, geez, I'm excited.
Wow.
We've come right into your matchup.
Yeah.
This is perfect timing. Matchup for next week, Co. Look, I'll let you know. I tipped Bill. Josh has tipped you. How are you feeling?
Oh, mate, just mark me down for a double already.
Very confident. Very confident. Now, look, you did lose last week for the first time in a long time. How have you coped throughout the week?
So Brad obviously knows because I've been talking to him. I marked that off as a loss about 6 days before. And the fact that I was even that close to winning, I'm like, fuck, I might be onto something here.
We did mention that with your big boys on bye and you still put up 83, you'd be very happy with that. You were worried about the shirt as a potential something to your house. So very good miss to not have that. Yeah,
and just once again, I pick up a player from the waiver line. Everyone laughs at me. Lat Murray comes off. Tutty at 60 yards, 13 points.
And now he's the man.
Now he's the man.
A second earlier. Yeah, absolutely the man. That is crazy, to think that how quickly you can swing. I mean, I'm lucky in my team. I've picked up Rashad White, who's done the same thing, right?
The team bike, the league bike. Sorry.
Yeah, you've just got to be. It's like pass the passer, right? You gotta hold it when the music stops. So, really, really happy with that one, by the way.
Great mention.
I was talking because I finally worked with Zave again today. He was on the job site with me. Funny enough, I go on a 7-week win streak. Don't work with him once. First time he's fucking back on one of my job sites. But it was just, I was just like, yeah, man, Lat Murray. And he was like, yeah, why the fuck would you do that? And I was like, right. I actually had 3 running backs on my waiver wire. All 3 were taken before I went up. So then I was just like,
you fell into it.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, all right, I guess I'll take this guy.
Oh man,
great get.
Great get. I mean, sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. And so, Kobe, obviously, we can pencil in your tip for you this week. You think you'll be back in form?
Yep.
And can we just get a response? I think Marty in the chat called you a pretender. Could you confirm whether or not that you are a pretender?
Oh well, I'm having this trouble hearing from people down in 8th spot when I'm in 4th. I can't, he was cutting out when he was talking to me.
Must be the other side of the world. They probably have better internet than us. That's probably why.
Like Robbo said last week when he said, I'm going to shit the bed first round of finals. Can I really shit the bed when I wasn't expected to make finals in the first place?
Based off your second pick, if you make finals, that's the opposite.
I made finals taking DK as my second round. Fucking watch out.
Dub.
Right.
All right, John, I reckon while we're here quickly, just skim over the matchups based on where we're up to. Kobe, you just want to give us a quick tip and Josh can put that in for you while we're here. So from the bottom up, we have Tom v. Riz. Who do you think is going to win that one just quickly?
Riz.
This is good.
Go.
Just keep going.
Oh, just
Zave and Marshall. Yeah.
It's going to hurt me. Zave.
And then Marty and Robbo.
Robbo, fuck you, Marty.
These tip Robbo.
Yep.
JJ and Pat.
Give me Pat.
Nice. All right, that catches us all the way up to our next matchup, which is Brad, you taking on the reigning Mindy Bowl champion in Jack Willie Williams. Do you want to run us through this?
Yeah, I kind of tried to build a bit of tension up on, I think it was Tuesday when the match was done. The last 2 names in the trophy going head to head. He brought up that we could be playing for that elusive, illustrious 8th spot. So there's a bit in this one, both on 5 and 6. So it really will swing the table, especially with a lot of the boys on top of us playing each other. Look, now that Jack lost Hendo as well, not that he was a reliable running back, but he's lost him and he's only got Kenyon Drake. I'm pretty sure that's his only running back on the roster. I'm not sure if he picked one up. No, he got P. Ryan, didn't he? Yeah, so look, I'm sure having P. Ryan might feel good, but If you look at the rest of his season stats, can we just check other than his
Is that gonna happen again? There's no way, right?
There's no way. So he's had one game over 5 other than the big 26-pointer last week.
Yeah. So he's had 4 touchdowns in the season, 3 came last round.
Yeah. And look, Joe Mixon's every chance to miss with the concussion rule and how they are about it nowadays. But yeah, you don't pencil in a 26-pointer again. Look, he might get a touchdown, could get him to 10 or 12. But other than that, I'm fully backing my boys to get the job done. Just coming off the week they had, regardless of matchups they're playing, they're in hot form. Yeah, my boys will get it done.
Yeah, I think this one comes down to and it sounds reductive, but who's scoring the most touchdowns? Like between Hurts and Clark and
whoever scores the most points this week is going to win.
But we've gone through it in previous matchups that like yards count for only so much, but if you're not getting in that end zone, you're missing out on valuable stuff. And it was really evident with your boy Williams sneaking into the end zone a lot last week, especially when you're so receiver heavy on Jack's side. It becomes a lot harder to once they get into that first and goal sort of territory to actually get that touchdown next to your name. So, I mean, Brad, I will back you in on this as well. I think Jack's team with that Q next to Kylo, who knows what he's going to be coming off a big 2 weeks of Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 2. So
that boy been grinding.
Yeah, he's out there playing plunder. He's doing his best, but yeah, I think Brad, you've got this one.
I'm going to ride the wave.
Yeah. Kobe, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm just going to back Brad on this one, purely just the fact that Jack still has 3 Raiders players on his team.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then kicker.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's not too bad though, right?
I don't mind the kicker, and I don't mind Devontae Adams, but I'm.
Yeah, that's it. That's where we draw the line. Unless you had Josh Jacobs as the third, that's
yeah.
And even then, we don't. I mean, I don't really believe in Josh Jacobs.
It's better than Foster Moreau, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. All right, Tick versus Dougal.
There's got to be some players on bye for his low projection.
Well, Dougal hasn't played a tight end yet.
He's got a kicker. That's still not good.
He's gone. Has he already dropped him?
No, he's got
okay. Yeah. No, he just picked him up, right?
Off the waiver?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Look, I think it's the same.
Waddle,
It's the same issue with Ryan's team. Like, so Waddle's going to start. Pollard and Debo are going to start, and then for the rest of it, you got what is it? 3 players to fit in that one spot? Yeah. Connor, Harris, and Mike Evans. Because Waddle will come up for one of them. It's hard because you think, oh, this guy's the proven talent, and then I want to put this guy on the bench, and all of a sudden you get what happened last week, and Najee Harris goes off, and that's his one game of the year. And you're like, fuck, I should have played him. I can't believe I missed out. And now you got to play him the next week.
Yeah, just in case he finds form. Yeah, that is. I mean, selection issues are like that. But why is his projection so low then? For all of these players, Cole Kmet just really dragging it down.
Yeah, but with tight ends, you're not really, unless you've got your Kelsey, you're not really looking above a 4 for your ratings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think with this one, I mean, I'm gonna try and manifest that Dougal wins this week because I need Tick to lose. Like we're starting to talk about shaping the 8 and ladder forming. I need Tick to lose for this one because I don't think Dougal's gonna be sniffing that top 8, and I think I play Tick the next week, so I want him a little bit more shaky. And we've done a lot of talking up about his lineup issues, and we think that the biggest problem is that quarterback. But at the same time, like I don't want him having any confidence, so I'm gonna go with Dougal on this one.
Look, I'm going to throw the tipping out of the window here and follow you with that one, Josh. Dougal to the moon. The more Ryan loses, the happier I am. Everyone above me, if they could lose this week, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm just looking 3-8 versus 7-4, but the 3-8's favorite, which is interesting.
It's 3 points, and have they both got a kicker starting? Oh, well, he hasn't got a tight end starting, so
yeah,
they'll probably still be. It'll be very close by the time Oh, he hasn't even got a tight end on the roster.
No.
Ooh.
What's he going to do then?
Surely he's dropping.
Crazy that
birds.
he didn't play Pickens last week as well.
That's his boy as well.
Yeah, like if you've got him, like you've got to play him.
He's the one guy that Pittsburgh
Yeah.
you can really in the receivers.
NFL young boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out there. I'll trade him Taysom Hill for Elliott. Seems
Oh,
fair. I'll put it out there.
If he's made it this far, maybe I'll accept that.
Nah, but I'm gonna back Dougal here.
Huge.
I'm just looking at Tick's team and Kirk Cousins against the Patriots.
Oh, who's popping off? Oh, is that you, Code?
Yeah, it is. Don't worry about it. Fuck, I thought I had that on song.
Kirk Cousins is like, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like,
that
Kirk,
was
calm down. It's all right, man.
That's a riz on the pod. Love that.
Yeah, versus against Patriots, they're pretty good pass defense. We saw what happened last week. Doesn't do too well. Tony Pollard probably going to go off because he's a beast.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like I just don't see Kirk Cousins scoring high again next week. And if you don't score high with your quarterback, genuinely, it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
You're back into it for a big day against the Texans then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I probably would.
Yeah, I'm also backing Keenan Allen because I wanted him. But I was last on the waiver list. So I also did not get him.
Oh, wow. I'm up top of the ladder. Wow.
I still need players. I had bye week last week. I needed people.
Everyone has bye weeks, mate. Come on.
No, fuck yeah.
Oh, come on. In the last matchup of the round, and it is me versus Clem. I think this one's making me a bit nervous because nobody A wants to play Clem and B
I
wants
do.
to lose
I'll play
to
him
Clem.
again.
I'm about to say, I'll beat him. I'll play him again.
But I think Fields with the Q is going to make a big difference in terms of what is it? Injury to his left and non-throwing shoulder.
So if he does play, you think the only thing that would limit would be his running and how much he takes on, because if he gets hit, it's only going to suck more for him, which is good signs for you, because the less he runs, the better.
And now that I have shored up my quarterback position with Juzzy Herb, just him Bert.
Who's the Jets? I was gonna say, depending on who he's playing.
You serious?
Jets, good defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got a good cornerback in SAWCE, but
they got a good defense, as in the defense. Oh, sorry, just because they're not the Cowboys level, mate.
Right. I don't see them only giving up 3 points to someone who's 8-1. Just saying.
I mean, they only scored 3 points last week, so it's almost the same.
Yeah,
they gave up 3 points to the Pats.
Yeah,
it was not the QB's fault. They only scored 3 points, not the QB's fault.
The defense gave up 3 points, right? And then the special teams gave up 7.
So like game-losing touchdown. Terrible.
Fuck.
I think it's, I don't know, man. My team's projecting upwards. I've short up some spots. My kicker comes back in. Philly defense versus Green Bay. That might be a bit of a problem. It's going to be the snake eating itself in terms of me and Aaron Jones, but I think you'll take that. We also made the trade this week between me and Clem. He's got Kyron Williams, which is now looking a lot better now with Darrell Henderson out of the way, and I've just got the handcuff in AJ Dillon.
Yeah, great move for you.
Watch out for Jonesy. Yeah, I'm very happy to get that one done. Just in case AJ Dillon could still, do stuff. It's gonna hurt most when they, sometimes revert back to the committee that they sometimes do, but that's fine. You live with that.
Yeah, Clem's team, as I kind of went through when I went over the week that was against him. Very, very susceptible to having those low weeks. Again, Minnesota's not going to get destroyed every week, but I think Dalvin Cook this year hasn't had as many boom weeks as he normally would think he have. And then AJ Brown, with how much Philly loves to run it against a bad rushing team, rushing defense as well, like they should be doing more of the same. Then especially at home, looking to just get up early with some big runs. Look, I did say the bright spark Pacheco could do stuff against the Rams. Always good to play a team that's absolutely reeling. And Kansas City just putting their stomp on the whole league. If Fields doesn't get up, I almost crossed Clem off because that would give him, again, no quarterback. He'd have to go back to the wire, and I think there's even worse ones than when he had 2 quarterbacks. So
Yeah.
might have traded Dak a little bit too early for not enough value because
Good trade.
Kareem's doing very little.
Yeah.
Even if Nick Chubb gets hurt, I don't think he will do a lot. And use like as good as it is having Justin Fields when he was popping off. When a guy runs that much, he's always going to get have that higher chance to get hurt, and he did. So I'm sure Clem's arsehole's very tight this week, waiting for Fields to get cleared. But I'm gonna tip you on this one, Josh, based off the fact that Fields won't be the same if he does play.
I also do find it hilarious that we bullied him for like 3 weeks about having 3 quarterbacks, and then he traded them all away, and now the one quarterback he's got left is questionable.
Beautiful.
It's poetry.
It is.
You can write this. You can write it. All right, Kobe, who are you backing in?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm backing Josh.
Wow. There's a lot of symmetry in the back end of this, and I like it because it's going my way.
Well,
I'm scared about our Dougal pick, but I think before we bring the tits over, let's have a look at the ladder. We've alluded to it just a little bit, but it is fucking tight at the top here. I wonder if I can punch out and see a little bit more. There we go.
Lots on.
Lots on. We've got, and it feels like for the first time in a while, there is just a lot of people at the top of the ladder on the same scores, being the 4 people on 7 and 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Yeah. 5 people on 6 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 on 5 and 6. And then some people bringing up the bottom as well. It is crazy to see how this is all working out. And I hope that, like Brad was saying, we are at the stage where you just need everyone above you to lose. Kobe, for me, that means you. It means I need to beat Tick next week. And Robbo, I need him to lose, and same with Zave. But I think it's only going to get tighter, especially sitting 1 win below. It's going to get a lot harder to try and make up these differences.
It's exciting, man. This is why we do it. This is exactly what we would have hoped, having a big 16-team league, that it stay close and no one blows out on top, which is perfect, because these last 3 weeks are going to be very, very interesting to watch.
Yeah, and credit to all the boys for still coming out and putting it on. It's making it so interesting in terms of how tight it is, and we know that sometimes this can be a bit of a burden. And I know for me, every other fantasy team that I have has not had any attention because I'm too busy focusing on this.
I'm getting accused of tanking in our NBA fantasy. Boys, I was sitting top. I had all my focus.
Fair question,
man. Brad, I think I've got you this week, and I've got you covered so far. It's 8-1.
Yeah, it's not good. The 3 best players are out, not good.
Yeah. The one you've got is turnovers as well, which is always great to see.
That's good.
Gentlemen's sweep.
I've got Nathan. The only reason I'm winning is because AD had 37,
he's been
2, 5 and 5 today.
Yeah, that's crazy. But then he went down, right? Or is he all right? He hurt his wrist or something. Looking at the tips, and Kobe, we touched on it before, but it is very tight at the top here in terms of people putting in. Shout out to Pat, who's still tipping as well, but a lot of 40s. And I think just in terms, there's a few zags here, which will be interesting between me and Brad.
That'll be good.
Keeping it all tight.
As long as we've got 3 that are separate, I'll be happy. We do. Yeah, I think that's beautiful. Yeah. We got 4. That's good.
So you've got the chance to make it up.
I missed last week's tipping. I was pretty upset about it.
You're still in it.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't realize until like Saturday night, and I was like, nah, it's too late.
Not gonna happen
now. Yeah.
Saturday night when I was at the SB at fucking 1 a.m. and someone was making team moves, I was like, what are we doing here, boys?
Get a life, boys. Come on.
I'm in the middle of the SB. I check my phone. Oh, player's been picked up off the waiver. I was like, how serious are we getting?
It's a real deep thinkers. All right, let's move into our MVPs and our busts and the like. Brad, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, MVP, Mr. Touchdown himself, Jamal Williams. Love the man. He's got the best energy in the league. he's a must-watch every time he steps in front of the camera for an interview, and he's a great mention there. He's a must-have when he's on the goal line. It just worked out perfect because I was watching it and there were so many times that they got stopped on the 2 or the 1. I'm like, yep, beautiful Jamal time. Here we go.
Yeah,
He's MVP.
that's so frustrating. Kobe, actually, I'll go next in terms of mine. Is quite easy in terms of Travis Kelce because he quite literally won me the matchup.
He's the man.
Last player to play, 3 touchdowns, and he was showboating on 2 of them all the way to the end. So that was just really good to see.
You guys want it?
Yeah.
So good.
And Kobe, who you got?
This one actually hurts a little bit. I'm gonna go Tony Pollard, my MVP. Only hurts because about 4 weeks ago I got a trade request for Leonard Fournette for Tony Pollard. And I was like, "You idiot!" I was like, as if I'm going to accept that. I mean, Pollard's had back-to-back 30 weeks, and Fournette is in the dirt.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Fournette is drop worthy at this point.
Sad.
It's just it.
Sad.
Yeah, I look
Keep it
back
rolling.
now.
Who's your bust? We can't look it back at the trades we didn't make. It's a fool's errand to be like, because you can pull them up, right? I pulled mine up the other day in terms
Yeah,
of
you
like how
can.
many offers. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I still look back at that Leonard Fournette for Eckler. And I'm like, oh, that was such a good idea.
Great deal. Great deal.
Fucking idiot.
What happens?
All right, my bust is Ben Skoranek.
Why are you going to pick a bum to be your bust?
Because I pick him up off the waiver, another white receiver for the Rams, thinking he's going to do something, and he does absolutely nothing.
All right, I'm gonna just put Ben S.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
dud.
disrespect a man like that.
Ronek. Bensko. Yeah.
Yeah, just let's go.
All right, I'm struggling to find my my bus, but I'm trying to pull up some matchups on my phone. In terms of you can go, that'd be great.
My bust of the week, given the matchup and how good he's been all year, Saquon Barkley getting 35 yards against Detroit, not good. Not good. He's going to be my bust.
I am also going to take just another. It's kind of rough to do it, but from Dale Moore, just ending on legs. Like
that was bad.
He could have marched Tom to victory, really. But I don't know.
He's been good recently, but yeah.
Couldn't happen to a nicer bloke. Team of the week.
I mean, come on. Team of the week. 105. Give it to me.
What's it called? Bass to ass or something?
That should be your name. That should be your name. That's the ass.
Damn.
It's bass to mouth.
Yeah, bass to mouth. Bass to ass.
Josh is predicting the future here. He reckons your season is going for a down turn.
Yeah. For me, my team of the week is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. How's that?
Fair.
In order of the great man. The great that's joined us 3/4 of the way through the pond.
God, what a team.
Can't pick them now.
Nah, can't. But my team of the week, Marty.
I was wondering if he's going to do it.
He knocked off the top, and it's hard to do. No one's been able to do it for 7 weeks, and he's knocked off the top.
You were top for 1 week, mate.
So hold on. Can you confirm whether or not you are a pretender? Because this is pretender behavior.
Am I a pretender? Absolutely not.
You're gonna shake off the cold words. It's good. It's
mate,
fun, right?
He needed Kittle to have his one of his best games of the season to beat me on my bye week. I'm not a pretender. I'm still here.
Big Minnesota vibes about you, Kobe. Great record, bad points.
Oh, whoa. What's that? Can I see in the distance? Oh, dubs. Dubs. That's what I get.
Well, that's the week that was. We'll flick over to Super League, and we forgot.
Yeah, I tried to message him. He hasn't told me anything.
Yeah, we forgot to reach out.
Preliminary pick, Robbo. You can change it afterwards.
Oh shit, he's already used his running back.
Yeah, so
I've already done some of the scores, I think. So in terms of JT, had 12.4. Robbo, which takes me to 63. Mark Andrews was very lowly, 6.3.
Fuck, imagine I had Kelsey this week. Fuck.
And you had the 79ers defense. What he have?
Whoa. They had 12.
What they have?
They had 12.
Or flat. Which brings
Great score
Robbo
from a defense.
back into the lead.
I think you're first pick though, Josh, aren't you?
Yeah, I must be because
No, Robbo is, which stings. So if he picks a player that we are picking, we'll just change it.
Yeah, I think so.
This is tough because I can pick anybody, a kicker or a quarterback. And I think I still want to leave the quarterback to the end, the most points opportunity. Having a look. I'd love to get a good running back here, I think, for my flex. You've already taken Tyreek, which would have been a good play. But you know what? I'm going to take my man playing the Arizona Cardinals. Give me Austin Eckler Robbo can't take him, so that'll be beautiful for me. Give me Austin Eckler.
Austin Eck.
Should have taken Pollard.
Happy I didn't.
All right, I am going to take someone that I don't think that Darling Robbo will take. Oop, that's the wrong one. I'll look down for a second. And I'm going to take the Mass himself and Tyler Bass.
Yeah.
Because you got to pick a kicker sometimes.
Bass to ass, baby.
I might as well go first. And that leaves me with the defense and quarterback to round out. Beautiful. Which is making me a little bit nervous now. I was so comfortable ahead, and then I had two stinkers back to back.
Yeah, we've really caught it up. Which is great to see. Kobe, if you were to give Robbo a tight end, a kicker, or a defense, who would you give him?
Cowboys defense. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's pretty easy. You'd probably be happy with that, actually.
Coming up against the Giants with Saquon not playing well.
Is it in New York or Dallas?
I think it's at New York.
Yeah, it's in New York.
You know what other game was away? Minnesota. We beat them 40-3. So.
And the divisional games are always going to get up a little bit more.
This is great energy. I kind of need this. I can't keep up.
Hey, after this first potty, when come on, lowest score of the week, and Dallas Cowboys lose Dak and lose to Tampa Bay. Oh, Tampa Bay first round. I thought you just kicked me out as I was mid-conversation. Obviously, you don't want to hear what I'm saying. Fuck. All right.
I should have.
It was. All right, we've had enough of him, and we're finishing.
Thank you for jumping on, Kobe. It was a bit of late notice. I think Brad mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we did try and get Marty, and Kobe was kind enough to fill the space as well and be on standby for us. So thanks again for jumping in. And it's a shame that you didn't come on after you won, 7 in a row. But, we're still very happy to have you.
Yeah, I've still won 7 in a row. So
yeah, that's
true. That's more than most of us can say.
First year player took DK second round, and I've won 7 in a row. Who else can say they've done that?
I think Brad said the last time you should have come into the league last year. So we don't really take the first year player from you.
Yeah, look, I apologize.
2 years ago,
you guys have to deal with playing for the last 2 years, but I'm here now and I'm making an impact.
There you go.
If Kobe had come into the league 2 years ago, that means that Zave and Clem wouldn't have broken the law by drafting in person in the year that we did the virtual Zoom. So who's to blame?
This guy, right here. I'm not pointing fingers, but
yeah. I've just had word from the big fella, Mr. Third Pod Host himself. He's happy for Kobe to have his Super League pick. So
the Dallas Cowboys.
Give him the Cowboys D.
I was actually second guessing myself then. I was thinking about taking Maher.
He could take that as well.
That's also boss energy from him, by the way. 60+ yard field goal. Oh, hang on. Review the catch. Oh, yeah, it was a catch. You have to kick it again. Fucking no worries, boys. Move out the way. Bang. Slide the second time.
BDE all over the place.
Yeah. God, last week was a good week. I lost in fantasy, but geez, was it a good week for me.
Oh, great Cowboys week.
And, it's going to just be better when we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Are you flying over for it?
Yeah, I might have to. Just empty my savings.
You gave Bass 13.3. I don't want to confuse that for next week.
What's he meant to be?
12.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, that'll do us for another week. Thank you, Kobe, for coming on late. I want to give a quick shout out to Zave too. He was prepared to prove that Marty is in fact Zave playing as a second team and join the pod. But we tried with Marty, and Kobe already messaged before Zave got to me, so Kobe was able to fill in for what could have been the international man of mystery finally. Yeah, thanks for jumping on, Kobe.
That's all right. I sent the message because I knew I was probably going to have to come on because Marty's a pretender and doesn't want to join in on the podcast. So I was like, they're going to need a backup. He's not coming. Yeah.
I hear a shot.
Hey, just scrapes by beating me, and he calls me a pretender. No, I'm fucking after him now.
Hey, when you're on top, everyone's coming for you. So
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it while you're up there, and now you're back.
What do you mean while I'm up there, mate? I'm going to be back up there in 2 weeks.
You're not there now, though, are you?
Yeah, but you mark my words.
So you're not there now.
Yeah, just remember this. Remember this conversation.
Clip this. Mom, get the camera.
Whoever's watching, clip it.
It's all in the chat. Just send it through. That'll do us for this lovely night, boys. Thanks for having the pod with us again. Josh, thanks for the button. Look, this is like an ending credit scene. Thanks to Trina. Thanks to, I don't know.
Thanks to the guys on sound.
Wait for the crowd. Yeah. Behind.
And, nothing is without you, the good people at YouTube and Facebook for hosting this.
Zave, comment on a YouTube your favorite type of pasta sauce.
Can we say?
It's so funny that Zave comments on the YouTubes because I only ever see them when I go to upload the next one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
There he is.
I'll throw my hat in the ring. My favorite is pesto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine would be like carbonara. It's pretty easy.
I like it.
With bacon or no?
Pancetta. If with
Cheddar.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're having pancetta, you got to eat it with this.
Oh yeah.
Very true.
I'm like,
Well it up.
Supposed to well. Oh, yep.
Yeah, I love a good. I'll just go basic. I love a good bolognese, maybe with a little bit of basil in it.
Brad picking a basic food.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Wow.
Shocker.
We don't have enough time for me to rip into him about this.
No,
Good
go
night,
ahead.
everyone.
Please go ahead.